Good morning. We're going to open up a little early because I want I want to respect this mother's time and her grief. My name is Fatima Johnson. I am an attorney here in Indianapolis, and we represent the Reed family. We represent this mother and this father. We all know that something happened here that was tragic. Something happened here and we need answers. We're going to be here on her side, standing behind this family until they get those answers. I'm going to introduce everyone who's here, who's going to speak. We won't take much of your time. As I said, I want to respect this family and respect their need to grieve. This is Soiree Conte. He's an attorney from Indianapolis as well. He works with me at the law firm of Fatima Johnson, and he is the lead attorney for the family. This is Dimitri Wynn. This is Dreasjon Reed's mother. And this is Jamie Reed, Dreasjon Reed's father. I'm going to step back and I'm going to let Soiree Conte, attorney Soiree Conte, speak a little about this case.
Thank you, Fatima. Again, my name is Soiree Conte. We have substantial information to proceed in court if we wanted to. At this point, we're not going to do that. We are still trying to gather more information. Yesterday, we filed notice with the city of Indianapolis, indicating to the city that we are bent on making sure that the rights of the Reed family, Ms. Wynn and Mr. Reed, and the young man who was violently taken away are fully vindicated. We are not in a rush. We are going to take our time and gather all the information that we can. With this, we came here today just to tell the community, because of the support that they have shown, that we will be updating them as we go along this case. So give us some time. If you have information that you think might be useful to us, you can always contact the law firm of Fatima Johnson and provide that information. For now, we're not going to take questions on what legal actions we intend to take in this case, but only say that we are gathering information. We have substantial information at this point to go forward if we choose to, but we're not going to do that now. And I must step back and allow the families to say a few things. Thank you.
Again, my name is Dimitri Wynn. My son is Dreasjon Reed. That's my son. If you knew my son, you love my son. You love my son. You know my son. My lovable, silly child. Mama, you know I love you, but I'm gonna go do something silly today. but I love you no matter what. My son walked by faith and not by sight because he didn't want you to see him in a bad light. He loves to laugh and joke and play silly games. He's always the entertainer. He's the entertainer. He's a protector. He's a provider. If you need it, he need it. If you need it, my son will make sure you got it. That's my son. My son was growing into a man. He wasn't a full man yet. 21 is not a man. His brain won't let him be a man yet because he was still playing. He's a man though, at 21. His heart was so big, you can't just take his heart from him because he gave it to you first. He gave you his heart. He loved everybody. He loved them first. That's the problem. Because I taught him that you love everybody first. You don't think everybody's going to be mean to you first. Because they'll treat you how you treat them. And if you love them first, they'll love you the same way back. That love, you got to understand this. I'm going to show you the love about my son. He came in the house and said, "Mom, I saw this lady outside." And I was like, "What lady? What lady?" "I'm going to teach you about his heart. She's walking outside in the middle of the night in her pajamas." He was like, "That don't make sense." She's outside in her pajamas in the middle of the night because he's coming in the house. My son called the authorities and said, "There's somebody out here that don't make sense why she's outside in her pajamas. She can't tell me her name, but she's out here by herself." He called the authorities. They came and got her. The next morning, he's in the shower. He comes running out with a towel on. "Mom, somebody's on the phone." I said, "Why are you answering the phone in the shower anyway?" But he answered the phone in the shower because the first thing he heard was the tears on the other side of the phone, and this woman said, "Thank you for finding my mother." That is my son. That's my son. That's my son. Put a mask on outside. Don't you walk out here with that one on, because we don't know who it'll touch next. I don't need anybody else crying trying to figure it out. Put it on. Keep it on.
Yeah, this is still crazy to me. You know, I just can't picture why this happened. It just hurts so bad. I just kind of really tired of thinking about it. It just hurts. Dre was so happy. That's all he did. I mean, he's happy. Every time you seen Dre, he was smiling. He made you smile just because he pulled up smiling. Like, what you smiling about? You just was happy about everything. So how could you see that face and do what you did to him? He was happy. He stayed happy. That's what he did. He liked the world. You know, he just wanted to be seen. He was just happy. He just wanted to be known. You know, Dre was, he did his own thing. He just wanted to know that, you know, he took control of his thing. It just, man, they shouldn't have did that. This is ridiculous. They shouldn't have did that. I mean, they shouldn't have did that. It's just, this is not right. You know, we just, man, we got to stand strong and fight for all this. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, they taking our kids. It's just this is way too much for everything. You know, it's not right. We're gonna fight for him. I swear to God, this is not right. Just it's not right. Sorry, Trey, it's not right. It's just everybody come together. We need to all come together. Everyone. We need to fight for this. It's we don't need to let this fade. We need to all fight. We just need to fight. We just need to fight. We need justice for it. And justice for all our
They're stronger than I am. We are resilient people, but resilience has its limits. We are strong people, but strength has its limits. We go through this again and again and again. Wash, rinse, repeat. It's time that we get to be truly a part of this country that we've been in for so long.
Amen.
Amen.
That we sacrificed so much for. You have a right to ask questions about what happened last week. You have a right to demand answers for what happened last week. The way we do that is in a courtroom. The way we do that is by getting answers that satisfy this mother's question. We've had to have conversations that we've never wanted to have with anyone. We've had to shed tears that should not have been shed. I want to thank the community for supporting this family. I want to ask for their continued support of this family. But I want you to be safe. I don't want anything to happen and to be connected to the memory of Dreasjon Reed, because he was a peacemaker. He was. I don't want this family to have to hurt anymore because something has been done in the name of Dreasjon Reed. But I understand your pain. I understand our collective grief. You are Dreasjon Reed. I am Dreasjon Reed.
I am Dreasjon Reed. I am Dreasjon Reed. I am Dreasjon Reed. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they are the children of God. Blessed are the peacemakers.
We're going to end right now. If the family has anything further to say, just in respect of what's going on right now, we're in the middle of a pandemic. We'll do it virtually. We'll do it by phone. We'll do it by Zoom. We'll use those mediums. But I just want to thank everyone for your diligence. This is what we're supposed to do when we have questions. We're not supposed to fade into the distance and fade into silence. This is what we're supposed to do. They want to know why. We're here with masks on, risking our lives
That's it.
because it's that important
Right.
that you understand
Amen.
that this is unacceptable
That's right.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
and that we will not smile
Right.
That's right.
and be silent
That's right.
That's right.
and be strong
That's right.
and take it.
Amen.
Thank you.